At the bottom of the deck, I think we it's like, does Virgo always get this? I'm not sure if this is you or if it was another sign, but it seems like the Justice card is always at the bottom of the deck. This was the first card that came out, which is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is just obvious. This is your work. This is the work that needs to be done. This is people needing to be cooperative with you. This is working together. This is collaboration. It is all of these things. That is what the Three of Pentacles is talking about. And I feel like for most of you, you are there's going to the work is going to be majority of your energy, which means that a lot of your life is going to be your work. Not saying that you won't have love, but this is just basically, this is what this is saying. So tomorrow you're going to be focusing on your job, your business, getting things done around the house. This is another energy that you can see from this. This is getting things done around the house. So yeah, I see you guys are busy. Now, you also had the Empress card. The Empress card is a really good deck. I mean, a really good card because it talks about you feeling good about yourself or feeling attractive, feeling, let's see, abundant. And I know some of you guys may not feel like that right now. I get it. I know that probably tomorrow you may not be in this energy, but that's okay. We were talking about, how Virgos have been looking very attractive. And some of you guys wrote in the comment section, which was so funny. Some of you guys are like, oh my God, I'm getting so much attention. And that's what I'm really seeing with the Empress energy anyway. I'm seeing that for a lot of you, this is like a privileged lady or a privileged man. This is either starting now or in the future. And it makes sense, especially it depends on if you guys get a new job, you really may be able to expand because the Empress card talks about expansion. Okay, so I almost forgot about that. So maybe there's some type of new work you're going to be doing or some type of collaboration that you will be doing. And I mean, huge expanding energy. This is second house. Okay. Now I will say that this will work out in your favor, or this will be really good because you do have a card here that also talks about how well the combination cards together. The justice is saying that something needs to be balanced in your workbook, your not your workbook, your checkbook, your wallet, pocketbook, that type of thing. I will go to say that even for some of you, because the Empress is here, this is what's impressing you. What's impressing you is the fact that you're able to feel abundant. So what's the opposite of that? That means that there's been some lack in your life or your money has not been the way that you want it to be. Now, I also see here with the Justice card, I say this all the time. I kind of want, you know what? I want to shuffle. I feel like I want to say something different. I don't want to keep saying the same thing. I do feel like the Justice card actually came out for you before. Oh my gosh. That was the only one that turned over. Y'all saw that? What's at the bottom? Two of Swords. There it is again. I already know this because I was actually messing with someone on the Zoom about that because I got on live and then I went on the Zoom and I was like, we were just talking about needing to make a decision. And here it is coming out. I know this is Virgo. I'm not really sure what this means for you. I really don't. I feel like decision making or needing to make a decision, a right decision, because the Justice card came out earlier, it is going to impact your life. And it could be something as simple as picking up a phone when someone calls you. It could be as simple as what you're going to eat. But that's true. But I really do feel like this has something to do with something major. If you pick up the phone for someone as far as a love interest, that has a very big impact on your life. Okay. Marriage, divorcing, breaking up, leaving one job for the other are very big decision making that will have a huge impact on your life. So I'm not really sure what this means for you, but yeah. Whoa, shuffling the deck and the Ace of Pentacles came out. Now, I just said there could be Now, I'm not saying that this is work, but the Ace of Pentacles talks about a huge opportunity coming your way. Now, I don't know what that opportunity could be. Opportunity and a love interest where this could actually go somewhere. Opportunity with you getting the dream home that you wanted, where before maybe you couldn't get it because of whatever reason, and now you're able to get it. Whatever this is huge. Okay. And this is also considered to be financial stability or financial security here with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So this looks great. This is the golden egg. Oh, speaking of egg, Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. This is wealth. This feels very wealthy energy. Someone bringing this opportunity, or you're coming across it in some kind of way. And this is also pregnancy. I think I've already told you. I know a lot of Virgos who are pregnant. You know, my sister is one of them. So I definitely see children. Rabbit is here. Growth in business, growth in money, growth in family. Hands down. This reading for tomorrow is really good because you're waking up, whether you know it or not, with opportunities like all around you. Okay. That is what this is saying. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. We're going to see what's going to come out. This is going to be for Virgo. Virgo, you have the Saint. Prevail upon your good nature because the light of your good intentions and good deeds will shine through. I just feel like for a lot of you, don't allow anyone to take advantage of you having good intentions. Okay. I really do feel like because of your good nature, you're being rewarded here is basically what this is saying. But I will say, just be cautious about people taking advantage of it. Okay. The Saint is also making me feel like this is protection. Okay. There's a lot of saints that people pray to. So this could be the saint that you pray to is just coming out in that and with that particular card. Here it says the shadow driver, or no, the shadow diver. Embrace your shadow self and allow darkness and light to coexist. It will add depth and dimension into your life. I don't really know what she meant when she wrote this because this is a new deck for me. You don't always have to say yes all the time. You don't always have to be at a place where you have to be goody two shoes. This is not, I'm not saying that, excuse me, I'm not saying that, hurt people or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I feel like when it comes down to this is like you embracing your badass side, right? Whatever that means. This is what I feel that this is basically talking about. Because for some of you, whether it has something to do with upbringing, religion, or whatever, it's like, you've been pushed away from certain things that you may actually want to do. And it doesn't have to be anything bad. But right with this one, it's just like you don't have to be this shiny little bubble all the time. You don't have to be that. So I feel like this is also like this very mysterious aspect about you that's showing, and you can embrace that. Embrace like this mysterious, sexy part of you. Okay. I'm not saying that this has anything to do with toxicity. I'm saying that you're not naive. Okay. That is basically what I'm getting off that card. And when you're in relationships, you need to be a little mysterious. You need to be not so cookie cutter or cupcake-ish. Especially for the men, I would say women have that issue more than anything. When it comes down to the divine masculines, you may have to be careful about people who may hide stuff for you, but that may be the thing that draws you to this individual. So just be careful about what draws you. But just as long as there are people around you with good intentions, you should be okay. But please don't be falling for everything. Don't come off with this whole naivety or just thinking that, If I just be good, you can say no and mean it and walk away and be a little pissy about it without you feeling guilty. This is almost like this energy of not feeling guilty for defending yourself or taking up for yourself and whatever. So whatever that means for you, that's what I'm getting off that card. Let's see. This is for Virgo. Virgo. Next card, there it is. This came out yesterday with this whole sexy energy. Okay, that came out. Now I want to put this aside. And then the one that came out here says the insightful. Know what you really want from a given situation so that you may gain understanding of what you truly desire. And this is interesting because you also had this, right? You had the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is a decision making. And this one literally says, know what you really want about this particular person or situation before you make the decision. Okay? Because there's something serious really in the future here for you. There's something major that's like sitting right here. And some of you guys may need it to be free from something, or you need to feel free. You may have been feeling very restricted in some type of situation in your life here with the Liberator. It's saying your burdens are being lifted, clearing away any blockages that you once had or that once held you back. But there's some decisions here. And insightful is like making, like, first of all, the Justice card talks about making a right decision, but insightfulness is wisdom. How will this impact me 2 years from now? How will this impact other people? Will this impact my children? Will this impact my family? How will this impact me? That is how you will start moving with making decisions and moving forward. But you are definitely breaking out of something. So even, I'm not even really into the reading yet, but even with this reading going into tomorrow, like, you are aware of it. You may not fully feel it, but you are aware that something is going to happen for you in a really good way. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's get into, oh, nope, this one. Let me get into this one real quickly. And then we're going to end off with the tarot. Now, that is money. We see it. It's everywhere. Man, that Empress and the Ace of Pentacles is just amazing. That is wealth, hands down. Second house, windfall sometimes could be Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is money-wise, could be inheritance from family. What else could happen with that one? This could be bonuses from your job, bonuses from work. Something that you did from something that you did in the past from your work is coming back to you. So let's just say you guys did a project maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and you did such an amazing job. You got paid for that. And then all of a sudden, the person that you did the project for comes back in and say, you and your team did an amazing job. I'm going to give you guys 50 grand and you can split it between you 3 or 4, right? It is that kind of energy. I do see that there's money coming in from different places, different sources, even places that you don't necessarily you're not even really aware of, because a part of the Two of Swords is her eyes are blindfolded. So some things are really unknown to you. Okay. Now, we saw the sexy one, right? Who is making you feel like this? We talked about this yesterday. This whole flirtatious energy, lustful energy, this spicy sex life. And I thought about it when I got off the live yesterday and I went outside. I was laughing because I said, I always forget to mention that the 2 signs that I read for, that, you know, you have these decans of signs where there are some Virgos who have not had sex in years. Same thing with Taurus. I don't know it too much with Capricorn, but I definitely know with those 2 earth signs. always have these like long like periods of non-sexual activity. And so even the fact that that even came out is letting you know that obviously it is someone that you guys are vibing with, someone that you feel safe with, someone that you are basically opening up your heart with the fact that this eve came out. Okay, because some of you guys don't even open up yourself to anybody until you actually really really vibe with them. Okay, now let's see what's coming out here. This is for Virgo. One of the cards that are coming out is saying you, because remember, I got to look at these cards and see where it goes. You have been dealing with someone that may not have been stingy with money. They may have pampered you. They may have, given you a lot, except for the things that actually matter, which is emotional, like emotions, time, that type of stuff. I see sex and money involved, which is weird because I don't know if this is like not necessarily paying for sex, but I feel like someone is around because money is is attached to a relationship. Money is like the main focal point for why someone is there, or for some of you, reason why some people could be still staying. I feel like there's another aspect to this reading where someone is being accused of not giving the same way. So let's just say you're the one. I'm just going to use you as an example. No, I'm going to make you. No, I'm not. No, I'm going to actually make you the bad guy today. I have to do it every now and then, right? You're being accused of holding back and being stingy, not being open. Someone here is at that place, or they have been accused of that. Like, you don't love me because you don't give enough. But money is definitely attached, or money is like the main focal point for some kind of connection, whether it is staying for the money or I'm with you because you have money and you are paying for my lifestyle, right? Like, that's the only thing that I can say. You're paying for my lifestyle. Now, the next card that's coming out is there is strife, or there has been strife in a relationship because of addictions to other people, addictions to sex, addictions to other things. There is someone angry because they feel alienated from their relationship. There is someone being accused of hiding the truth, hiding what they're doing, hiding phones, hiding accounts, having different accounts. I see frustration, I see anger, I see fussing and fighting, resentment. It's all up in this reading. And this is not even all of the card. I'm going off the pictures. I see that someone has been like, because of this, we need to move out. You need to move out. We need to talk about the living arrangements or something like that. And if that's only if you guys were with someone. I feel like if you guys were dating, that's the reason why someone called off like this permanency. Like let's say you guys were dating and you talked about living with one another. The reason why it was called off because this person just all of a sudden started to act strange or weird. in some way, shape, or form. It's like somebody is saying, I will do whatever to please you. I will do whatever to please you. But somebody is losing control. Now, let's get to your energy. Now, this is what has been happening. Okay. Now, let's get to your energy. What's going on with Virgo? What is Virgo feeling? Oh, Virgo. It says somebody can't get over you. No matter what, they can't get over you. I swear, that's what it says. Someone cannot get over you. There's somebody stalking somebody on social media or watching on social media. There's someone who feels like their heart is being broken, or someone okay, remember this is you, but I mean, of course, you guys already know it can go vice versa, but I'm just saying, okay, you're the antagonist. You're being accused of breaking someone's heart. Because see, you're pleasurable, you're abundant, you're addictive. The Empress actually has that type of energy where people are like, I want more and more and more and more of it. And so somebody cannot let you go. Let's get a little bit more for Virgo. Let's get Virgo's energy. Ooh, it came out like this. So that, you know what that means? That means I have to read both sides. Somebody did get blocked, or somebody is just ignoring the other person. Like usually with the blocking energy, that's basically what it means. It says, I literally just said it, fake accounts. Okay, it says fake accounts or having multiple accounts. I'm not going to even go into detail. Oh my God. Like this actually happened to me last year where, you know how like you're like walking down the street and somebody is like, oh, you know, they want your number or whatever. And like, it's like this person wasn't really my type at all, but I was trying not to be a stickler. And I was like, okay, yeah, I guess, whatever. And talk to this person on the phone literally for like 2 days or whatever, like 2 days. Okay. When I tell you, he gave me the biggest ick ever on the face of the planet. Okay. Found out that like the person was like doing one of those, what is it called? Delivery service. Okay, so while I'm at the restaurant, he was like grabbing somebody else's food. Okay, so that's the only reason why I bumped into him. I'm giving you a reason back to like a background to this. So because I'm really not that interested and like I really don't care, right? The person, I like literally told the person like, yeah, I don't see this really working. I just don't like, I just feel like, somebody else can make you happy or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. This mofo literally had one of those services where you have like multiple phone numbers and like was spamming my phone. Okay. And I kid you not. So sometimes it's not even really about like the social media. It really is crazy MFers like in real life. Okay. That you may have to do that too because they just don't get the hint, right? So some of you guys may have been in that position where it's like, okay, I'm not really interested. I don't really want to talk to you, that type of stuff. So I do see that you guys, your hand game, your block is strong. What is it? That strong block hand. You guys have cut people off, blocked people, you're ignoring people. Like, I don't know why. It's just because you're this Empress energy and you know your shit, basically. That's why I see. But that's what I feel that you've been doing. And you got other people, for some of you, you got people who are like literally looking you up on the internet because you've blocked them and they made another account and like they're looking you up to see what the hell you're doing. I swear to God, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not even with this whole thing. I don't know about that. I don't know too much about the internet stuff. I just had to use that example because I was like, I ain't never know nobody to ever do no shit like that ever. It was so damn weird. Okay. But Virgos are very much known to block people and move the hell on. So that's what I'm saying. Let's get one more here for you, Virgo. And it wasn't spam though. It wasn't spam. It was just like one of those things I didn't catch on at first. You pick up the phone, you say hello, and like you're hearing the person's like TV in the background. It was one of those. Okay. Like it wasn't like somebody overseas. It was not. Now, the next card you have here is I feel like your thinking is completely different from everybody else according to this card. Because it says you're a conspiracy theorist. This is so funny. This is hilarious. Okay. And I'm not saying conspiracy theorists because remember, like a lot of things that would be considered as a conspiracy actually proves to be true. It's almost like you know the game before everybody else. So you actually that actually happens in relationships and everything else, but it's saying your personality is made up that way. So like you're the empress because you're sitting in the tower and able to see all the bullshit that's happening on the ground. Like you're not falling for all the crap that everyone, feeds to the world or feeds to you. At least that's not what you're doing anymore. Okay. And you could sometimes be known as an extremist because of your views, and your beliefs. Let's talk about that. Because it just depends. Like, let's say that it depends on the crowd that you're around, or it depends on the type of person that you're with. And they can say, oh, your view is outdated. The way that you view relationships or the way that you view marriage is outdated. You're like, no, it's not. Even sexual practices, too, right? So, yeah, I feel like there is like this distinction between you and other people based on that card. Now, what's the outcome? Now, remember, this is past. This is what I was doing today because I don't feel like this is all past either. I feel like some of the stuff that you guys could be experiencing now, but I'm just saying it in this way. It's easier for me to do it. Past, you, whoever in the future, meaning this is going to basically be your outcome for money, outcome for love, if there's a past person and the type of person you're going to deal with. We're going to see what's going to come out with this last row here for Virgo. Somebody is obsessed with the way that they look. And it's okay for you to want to look good, but not make that your focal point and use that. And I feel like some of you guys could be using it to your advantage, or some of you guys have fallen for people because they were so good looking. So just be careful. Now, this could be just saying that you're about to meet a good looking partner. Okay. But just be careful about the superficial stuff. That's all this card is basically saying. Just be careful about the superficial stuff. Baby, when I tell you, listen, first of all, I can't show this because YouTube is going to get me for this, but there is a woman on here in some drawers. And then the other picture is showing lipstick all over her. Baby, this is this. Okay? A lot of sexual intensity is coming your way. And some of you guys are like, well, I'm used to sex. It just feels a little bit different. This feels like a different kind of sex. Okay. Your innocence, I'm hearing, also makes people feel guilty, or makes them feel like, it makes them feel bad for how they treat you. This is for Virgo's future. Difficult to, thank you. I love it. It says you are not easy to control. Okay. So it's like one of those things where it's like you can tell people may come into your life intentionally to try to they believe that you're just like everybody else that they've dealt with, or someone who wants control over you is mad and agitated with the fact that you're not falling for the tricks, you're not falling for the game, you're not at that place. And like I said before, it's the opposite, because remember, Liberator talks about anything that holds you down, but you're being lifted. So if anyone has been having control over you, or if and this is in relationships, right? If someone is it's having control over you, you're going to be able to get out of that. But that this does feel like someone can control you through sex or money. Remember, we talked about that earlier in the reading. So just be careful about that. Okay. Be careful about that. Some of you are also living a double life. You are one way with your lover, one way with your family, and you're really not that kind of person. Basically, it's like, I wish I could show them the real me. I wish they knew who I really was without offending them. Because already they think you're extreme already because of the shit that you say. But on here, it's just basically saying for some of you, it's like maybe you have been living a double life. Like it's like that is what the universe is going to break you out of or bring new opportunities in so you can really live your authentic life. Because some of you guys are pretending that things are okay or pretending to be something that you're not. Okay. And this is really going to free you in a really good way. We're going to get two more cards for the future. Let's get the third card here for Virgo. The third card that's coming out. And remember, I can't just read the cards because I know that that's a lot of this stuff I'm just saying based off of what I see. This is funny. This one says taking notes. And it's interesting because there's sex control here. When someone takes notes, they are watching you too closely. And there is someone that is watching you a little bit too closely, seeing everything that you're doing, watching everything that you're doing, seeing how you're going to move in a way to control you or manipulate you in some kind of way. And then these are some of the biggest hypocrites on the face of the planet because they may have a tendency to throw this shit back in your face. But anyway, right? I do feel like you have people who are also very, this is like an admirable energy. I mean, I just feel like people who just watch you that closely is like, ugh. But anyway, but this could be out of admiration. Like, oh my God, Virgo wears like the best clothes and like, because, Beyonce has to deal with that all the time. Like, they would wear the best clothes and they're the best trendsetters and all this other stuff. So some of you guys are basically trendsetters, or you could be very good looking, you could be smart, but you do have somebody who's eyeing you. And I think we talked about before how there is a whole there's this whole thing of social media, which is playing a huge role in your reading. Believe it or not, Virgo, you probably have no idea that this is happening, but social media is playing a huge role on your end. Let's get the last card here for Virgo. Sorry, it fell on the floor. Whew. Whoa, whoa. Didn't expect that. Did not expect that. Well, you had two cards. It says no strings attached, but they have feelings that they're trying to hide. A lot of you are dealing with someone And I think we saw that before with this first card, right? I think it was this one where it says that they're into you, right? Didn't it say something like that? You see how it's kind of hard being a reader sometimes. You got to remember everything. They can't get over you. Now, you got somebody here who may have, maybe this was their intent when they came into the connection where it's like, oh, this, they look good because this is sex again. A lot of sex keep coming out. They're like, oh, Virgo looks good. Yeah, they had absolutely no intention on staying here with you, falling for you, liking you in any kind of way. They just didn't. They just thought there was going to be a hit and quit it. I'm sorry, Virgo, but this is what I see. Okay. But that's not what happened. Now, I also want you. Now, see, this is the scary part about it. I need you guys, and this is just saying, be careful with who you open yourself to. Okay? Because you do have this. All right. Now, I see that you could be dealing with someone who can I want to say this so bad, but I gotta be careful because of YouTube. Just based on this, be careful with having intercourse with people when you are ministrating. Okay. And the only reason why I say that is because you could come across someone who literally they have this type of kink or whatever, because that just reminds me of blood. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Okay. Either that or, it's somebody who could just be unaware of it. So if you guys get into any kind of relationship or something like that, it's probably best that you guys say, okay, let me see what you have as far as a doctor, whatever that's considered. When you share your papers, when stuff like this comes out in a reading, I would suggest it. Okay. And it may not even be anything huge. It could be just something that they're just unaware of and it can get passed to you. Okay. So this is what I have. I know it ended off on that weird note. I don't want to end off on that. That was kind of weird. I want to end off on that, but it is good to know. Let's go ahead and pull one last card for Virgo. Yeah, let's not end it off on that. Okay. Oh, somebody is bisexual. That's what I'm seeing. Somebody is confused about their sexuality here. This can get really messy. This can get really, really messy because some of you guys are married. You are in a long term, and your partner is the one that has this buried secret of lusting or wanting someone of the same sex and maybe participating in that. And that could be how certain things occur. I'm not saying that you get STDs or whatever because of same sex, but I'm just saying that there's someone with some secrets. Okay. And it looks like it could be someone who may have been in a long term, just saying. But I do see that somebody may be a little confused, or maybe there's this energy about someone exploring their sexuality in this read. Overall, for tomorrow, Virgo, overall, this reading is really about you expressing yourself. And I see the fact that you are freeing yourself, you feel more freer. You are going to benefit big. Okay. Whether it's now or in the future, you're going to benefit big here. Okay. So this is what I have for you guys. I was going to end it off with a good note. I'm not sure with these cards, whatever comes out, there's so many of them. I apologize, but I just had to say it because that's what felt right. But this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. hit that notification bell if you guys are interested in a reading. All of it is down below. Divine talk. Yes, absolutely. I do. I do. And this is why Sagittarius ends up being so late in the night. So you know what to do. All right, guys. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.